What it do, E-World? Crisscrossing wires, back with another video. And yes, obviously this is after I did my little phase wire upgrade, and I haven't pushed it to its limits yet and done a real test. Obviously I wanted to ride this thing around, you know, and make sure everything was everything. I just don't want to just, you know, make a change like that and just instantly jump on it and go balls to the walls. Obviously I want to make sure everything is as it should be, make sure there ain't no sputtering, popping, scratching, none of that, and everything appears to be good so far. So I pretty much done put a hurting on my pack down to about 50%. Or when I started it wasn't full, but you know, I done rode around probably 20-25 miles. So I don't really want to do a speed test or anything like that until I'm on a full pack. But I can tell you, I can definitely feel a difference in the acceleration. Obviously a little bit more current flow. I'm not sure what that will equate to as far as top speed wise. I tell people all the time, top speed and acceleration are two different things, because it seems like people get that often confused. Top speed will never win you a race unless you can get to your top speed very quickly. And if you can accelerate to your top speed really fast, then that might win you a race. However, there are a lot of bikes that possibly have high top speeds but won't win any races, because there's a lot of factors that contribute to top speeds, but not as many that contribute to acceleration when it comes to this electric stuff. And you know, acceleration is mainly about current flow, DC line amps and phase amps that go to your motor. That's what gets you acceleration. Not only that, your motor in terms of how much power it can produce, and that depends a lot on how many turns are in your motor. As far as the turns, the size of the magnets and stator play the most difference in motor output power. Like this is a 3000 watt, so obviously the magnets that are in this motor, the earth magnets and the electromagnets from the stator, are very small. These magnets are 35 millimeter, the length of them, so that's pretty much as small as you can get. A high output direct drive may have 60 millimeter magnets, 70 millimeter magnets. My 273, I believe I have 60 millimeter magnets in my 273. So there you have it. I have some 205s that have like 50 millimeter magnets. But yes, the length of those magnets obviously can increase how much electromagnetic force your motor can apply, that being equal to the width of the stator. So 3000 watt motor having the smallest magnets there is, at some point you're going to reach the maximum power that motor can produce torque wise, as far as torque goes. you know, those little magnets and stator can only do so much. So no matter how much current gets there, you know, you're only going to get but so much. And to be honest, you know, I joked a lot about the size of those phase wires being like ramen noodles, but honestly, I probably was getting just about the maximum amps that 3000 watt could handle. Honestly, even when I went a little bit higher than that as far as the phase amps, you know, when I said it started saturating that motor, you know, at that point I was exceeding the limits of those magnets. So it wasn't an issue as far as current. However, I wanted to make that upgrade, so when I did get my motor that can handle some actual power, it was ready to go. So hopefully whenever my motor shows up, you know, I'm just gonna, and another good thing about having it like this is that whenever I have to, you know, take my wheel off for whatever reason, without that I would have to disconnect it from the controller and pull the phase wires and everything all the way through my bike. But with them being right there, I can just disconnect right there and take my wheel off, and that helps out a whole bunch, you know, as far as having to take that wheel off. Everybody knows it's a pain in the ass when you have to take off a hub motor. So, you know, with that little setup like that, you know, disconnect the phase wires right there, take your wheel off, bam. So anyway, that's where we're at. Take a little cruise around the neighborhood. Like I said, tomorrow we'll go on a real ride. Well, we'll charge up and do some pulls. Damn, I gotta get me one of those helmets where, you know, it's a lot easier to strap up as far as your chin strap. I'll tell you. Oh, by the way, I know this motor was sounding very different, and I actually had to do another, you know how you do your initial motor setup for the hall sensors and all that, and it measures everything. So yes, by me changing those phase wires, definitely changed a few things, and you know, made the frequency of this motor a little different. That's why I had a little different sound to it initially, because it was still calibrated for the old phase wires. But you can see once I calibrated it to the new phase wires, it's nice and smooth. You don't hear it anymore. So I'm kind of glad about that. I didn't want it to be loud and noisy, so you know, I didn't want that whine. Even though that whine might sound cool at high speed, you know, I enjoy these things because they don't make any noise. Silent killers, as I call them, and yeah, don't want no damn noise at all.
She used to be the homeboy's lady. 80 degrees when I tell that bitch, please raise up all these NUTs, cause you get none of these at ease. As I mop the dog pound filled with breeze. Biatch, I'm just.
There's something else I want to talk about too. Not in this video, but in another video we're gonna discuss the role that tire size means when it comes to, you know, speed. It definitely affects your top speed significantly, and it also affects your acceleration significantly. Now, you know, can you fix that if you change wheel sizes? Yeah, you can, with different turn ratios and all that kind of stuff. But just straight up, if you were to take you know, a 273 and put it in a motor with 19-inch tires and do a certain RPM, whatever that speed is for whatever that RPM is, if you take that same 273 and put it in a wheel that has a larger diameter, like went to, instead of 19s, went up to like 27-inch tires, like mountain bike tires or something taller, obviously that's going to give you a higher top speed, but it's going to lose acceleration. The bigger the wheel is, the harder it is for your motor to turn that wheel. However, once it's turning, once you're doing the same RPM, a bigger wheel is going to have more top speed. That's why when guys go from their 17 or 19-inch tires down to those little Emoto tires, those little 12 and 13-inch tires, they may lose 5 to 7 miles per hour just from going from a large tire to a smaller tire. Yeah, so just know, if you go from big tires to small tires, you're going to lose top speed. However, you're going to get more acceleration. It's going to accelerate faster, but yeah, you're definitely going to lose your top speed. So, you know, maybe you might want more acceleration, less top speed. Most people are going to want both, but definitely you're going to lose. Just like if you went from a one-size wheel to a larger wheel, you definitely going to increase your top speed. You know, if tires didn't have effect on speed, you wouldn't have to set your wheel diameter when you're trying to calibrate your speed up. So, you know, that's just physics. I'm gonna have to holler at Dirk and see why these speeds stick like that in GPS mode. I don't know if it's that cheap Android. I'ma see. I'm gonna have to go on there, which comes, see.